So one Mr. Cromwell or a state prosecution witness Kwabena Addo Boahen ne NSB 49.1 million sika or transfer kogu on one personal account sum NSA Mr. Cromwell or the Samuel Atachia or Addo Boahen lawyer ebusuya okopie mo court wa dear or the year Samuel Atachia enim guasie any exposés upon exposés. That exposés a shoke one judge or tia kunyanima or then insesum na no say boni amo chese momo udi no ebusuya na chese a interesting moment and chese a happen ye e wo courtroom na ye be ka kire mo say Kwabena Addo Boahen lawyer ye friend Atachia ebusuya Cromwell no onyam begina da kamu say or testify against Addo Boahen no obehwe Atachia na not the den na say Cromwell ye won ho expose bi na no crampo ontumi makot wo embe testify against Kwabena Addo Boahen na Kwabena Addo Boahen Cromwell one Mr. Cromwell obegina aye adaka ni mu abusuya o shate bebia down abusuya echese Kwabena Addo Boahen 7 million bi nso a oka say o de kwa akoto aye tools and equipment be no sasika no so kra no Mr. Cromwell that say Andra e ba be break the mam say a fake invoice and say or the bicycle no so sanso the cocoon account abusua enti Kwabena Addo Boahen de Cromwell no Mr. Cromwell e de akwa akoye no abusua esemani ensem ka kire black rasta aba e de ho nsem aba betua mom yanko na yankonkoti ensem a black e de tu da e ba ya de aka atwa so na answer na be kono Ghana say open computer papa and a laptop papa na we use a př0sècut computers and accessories ho and a obenya laptop papa na we using the location enye irakwan owo Kumasi Courtroom estates eli peke number ya egu e screen yi as 0247 030108 and 0597942133 př0sècut computers and accessories ho and a laptop papa fi momembo nra yensem ne nkonkuti one Mr. Cromwell and Mgwasia or the go a Samuel Atachia na ye pa ye de aka to amso
drama as Cromwell calls Atachia's bluff in court over Addo Boahen theft. Atachia is double T, okay? Ata is A-double-T-A. Drama as Cromwell calls Atachia's bluff in Addo Boahen theft. Hallelujah. Right there in court. Atachia boasted that the most interesting time in this Addo Boahen case would be when Cromwell, Frank, Cromwell, Marshall comes to court. He tried to intimidate him. The Honorable Dr. Shemsai, in fact, spoke against this intimidation. Atachia is a crooked lawyer in one way or the other. These people have all the tricks up their sleeves. He abandoned his own client in court, Addo Boahen, because he was angry that the judge had not been changed. He had appealed that the judge was biased towards him. My brother, my sister, for that matter, he packed his ugly law books and walked out of court. This guy called Atachia. If I were this guy's lawyer, or if he was my lawyer, I would fire him instantly. And even go underground and work spiritual things so that hair never grows on his bald head. Hallelujah. This is Samuel Atachia. He's supposed to be a learned lawyer with a lot of experience. He boasted unethically that court will be so sweet the day Frank Cromwell, Marshall, comes to court. And that he believed that Cromwell was only being used as a conveyor belt for the Attorney General. As to what that means, I will explain to you in a bit. He tried to intimidate him. The same way Kweku Bonsam and the others intimidated the English side before the soccer. But this is unethical when it comes to a legal profession. So Cromwell was in court. Hey. But how many people know Cromwell? Do you know him? This is a young man. Young man who is eager to serve his nation. A lawyer decides to intimidate him in support of an alleged thief. This is Cromwell. My brother, my sister, can I tell you more? Who is Cromwell? Beside this picture you see, with a pimple dancing on his right cheek. Come here. Run the dossier. Watch this. Frank Marshall Cromwell, often referenced in public records as Frank Cromwell Marshall, is a senior staff officer and lead financial investigator at Ghana's Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO. He has risen to national prominence as a key prosecution witness in high-profile state anti-corruption trials. He operates as a staff officer and investigator based at the EOCO headquarters in Accra. And their boss is the blue suit wearing, gray-haired, better still gray beard, capo di tutti capi, one caporal, Raymond Archer. His duties involve leading complex forensic audits. Can I say that again? Complex forensic audits, tracking illicit financial flows, swearing official affidavits for freezing orders, and testifying on behalf of the state in financial crime trials. Hey, did you see that? Complex forensic audits. Complex, deep, tracking illicit financial flows and swearing official affidavits for freezing orders and testifying on behalf of the state in financial crime trials. It's all about the state. He operates as a staff officer and investigator, my brother, my sister. And the interesting thing here is the 49.1 million Ghana cedi cybersecurity case. That's the money Addo Boahen allegedly stole from the nation. Not from national security, from the nation. National security is not a different outfit, not a different entity from Ghana. In June 2026, Cromwell became a major focal point in Ghanaian media as the fourth accused witness, PW4, in the trial of Addo Boahen, the former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, NSB. Run it. Hi. This is the guy we're talking about. Yes. Led in evidence by Deputy Attorney General Dr. Edem Semsai, Cromwell exposed a massive financial diversion scheme at the High Court. And please listen. Let's now talk about the diverted $7 million American from the National Signals Bureau by Addo Boahen. Now, Cromwell testified that in January 2020, the NSB signed a $7 million contract with an Israeli firm, ISC Holdings, for a cyber defense system. Instead of paying the firm, the funds were funneled into a private commercial bank account owned jointly by the director and his wife, Addo Boahen and his wife. We are making it simple for everybody to understand. 7 million belonging to Ghana. The boss of the NSB, Addo Boahen, signed with an Israeli company. He channeled the money into his private account owned by him and his wife. And he's there backing that is national security practice. You need to dodge the system. But look at how he spent the money. Hey. He presented forensic bank records showing that only 1.75 million American dollars was ever sent to the Israeli suppliers, causing them to withhold the technology. Cromwell verified that no cyber defense system was ever delivered or entered into the national security inventory. Do you understand that? 7 million American dollars, an equivalent of 49.1 million Ghana cedis. Atacha was wasting time doing conversion, exchange rate. And the judge allegedly told him, Semsai said, hey, this is not a Forex bureau. Let's deal with the case. Forget about Forex bureau issues here. Lawyers have a way of doing their own things to buy time. 7 million American dollars. The money was in dollars. And Addo Boahen was smart to send 1.79 million American dollars to the Israeli people. And he pocketed over 5 million. And allegedly spent that on prostitutes and personal interests, including names that I will not be mentioning today. At least 1 million malams will call me and pray for me and ask me to say, Klu Allah, uku uku. My brother, that's what Addo Boahen did with his wife. They owned one account. And we tracked all the money into where the money went. We told you that, didn't we? Today we won't go into that. This was what Cromwell said. At the time, the money was even carried in Ghana must go bags, those big, big bags. Because that's canu doors. Ghana Fosca, taxpayers' money. His investigation detailed a complex web of money laundering, including tracking physical cash moved in Ghana must go bags by errand assistants to fund luxury real estate acquisitions. And we showed you videos of this. I don't want to go back into these things. He even bought houses, allegedly, for girlfriends. And my brother, this was the guy who did the investigation. He tracked complex forensic audits and brought out the deal. Atacha knew that this was the guy who had all the information and started to intimidate him. Hey, he will come to court. Court will be sweet that day. Hey, that guy. Hey, 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 hey. But he's a professional. He knows when wrong is wrong and when right is right. They were in court, my brother, and the newscasts are all over the place. Watch this from 3 News. ISC Holdings did not deliver the cyber defense system to the National Signals Bureau, nor is it in their inventory. We proved that in the dossier, didn't we? The invoice presented by Addo Boahen to support the 49.1 million transfer from national coffers was fake. Fake, absolutely. And he proved it in court. Addo Boahen paid 9,537,500, an equivalent of 1.79 million American dollars, to ISC Holdings for the cyber defense system, despite transfer of 49.1 million for its payment. You know what he did? He paid the Israelis a little bit. It's like you steal a cow and then you give the horn to somebody. And the people were waiting to have Addo Boahen pay the rest of the money so that they will release the product. He wasn't paying, so they shut it down. Recently, they were doing propaganda. These guys normally pay some cheap broadcasters, and they say stupid things. Oh, I have a document that shows that he signed a contract with the people. They even supplied. The equipment is sitting at National Signals Bureau. Why? Is it a miraculous machine that no eyes can see? In my school days, we read a story, the king with no clothes. Do you remember how those thieves and tricksters were able to sew a certain gown that only people who were honest, pious, could see the gown? And nobody wanted to say he wasn't honest and wasn't pious. Though they couldn't see it, they all lied that they saw it. Oh, the gown is beautiful. And the king wore it and walked naked. The king wears no clothes. Where is the cyber equipment? Where is it sitting? As some broadcasters were peddling this around. Show us. He couldn't show. He only paid the Israelis 1.79. The rest he pocketed, used it on prostitutes and luxurious real estate ventures. Nobody should support any such crime. My brother, my sister, this is Addo Boahen. And Cromwell was in court. Atachan couldn't do foco. They haven't finished. After the court, you know what Atachan said? Watch this.
Well, this is the most important witness for the prosecution. He's trying to explain his investigations. So he's doing some work, and I'm afraid probably he's a conveyor belt for the Attorney General. And it will show whether he did some investigations or is trying to put across some theories for the judge to swallow. So let's see how it pans out. We are in a very interesting theater. Now, a national security couple, if he wants to steal money, will steal the money through a bank. We will see. I'm getting excited that the foundations of his case, he cannot change. And you are right, he was the witness I was waiting for. And when we start a cross-examination, the whole world will know that you don't imprison a man based on your theories and even lack of understanding of national security matters. But you will come out clearly on good evidence, which will be the basis to convict a man. So I'm excited that he started, but he can't improve upon his witness statement.
I am excited that he started, but he cannot improve on his witness statement. You can't improve a man, imprison a man on theories. First and foremost, he's almost accusing Cromwell of concocting theories for the judge to swallow. In fact, it's an indictment on the integrity of the judge. My brother, my sister, you could see the countenance on the face of Atachan. He has hit the brick wall. He's like Daniel in the lion's den. Unfortunately, he's not Daniel. So the lions will make mincemeat out of him. Only Daniel survives in the lion's den. Atachan does not survive in there. My brother, my sister, the case is almost ended. This is probably the final witness. And he says he's waiting for the cross-examination. Hey, this case is simple. As Sremsai would always say, money that you took from the nation, that you were buying an equipment, where is the equipment? We can't find it. Number two, the money that you said you paid to the Israelis, this is how much they received. That's why they didn't supply the technology. Oh, it was national security practice. No problem. So where did the money go? It came out that you were using it to build real estate, get into businesses, and so many such things. It's glaring. Why? National security will give you money to buy a house. Will give you money to pay prostitutes for your bunga bunga. Don't let us joke with the nation. But we are glad where the case is going. Right now, those who said none will be jailed, July the 3rd, to me, would see his smoothness level. Addo Boahen will be next. And all the other guys, including that guy who has run away to get a green card, they will all see their smoothness level. And that she thief who is playing games around Ghana, Sedina Tamaklo, Sharon, Christine Ation, they will all taste the brand of our ancestors. Is the black pot, aka Kokushonemo, where we speak truth to power.
Abusia, there is much interesting moment ahead. Black Rasta, credit goes to Black Rasta. Ono, and I attend and can it's one Mr. Cromwell. Wama High Court, I yede ehonsem and the brem. So, Kwabena Addo Boahen, would see Black Rasta or say, or ye next to chairman won't to me, jail, or be quack of him. I better must say, some of the kokoti in some way, Edemai.